Earlier in our show, we learned about phytopharmaceuticals, medicines made from plants.
Yes, and we also learned that Europe is far ahead of the U.S. in this area.
But the U.S. does have some experience.
Yes, it does, as I discovered when I spent some time with our herbal expert, Mark Blumenthal. Mark is the founder and executive director of the American Botanical Council based in Austin, Texas. I visited with him recently at one of his favorite herb stores, the Scarlet Sage in San Francisco.
One of my favorite herbs is an herb called slippery elm. It's the inner bark of the elm tree, a certain kind of elm tree. Slippery elm bark is one of the few herbs sold in North America today that is still approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for some medicinal benefit. The one for slippery elm is a temporary relief for minor pain and irritation of the mouth and the throat. Basically, it's an over-the-counter drug ingredient, recognized for many years for its safety and its effectiveness. Frankly, I carry slippery elm with me whenever I travel in winter months. If I feel that first scratchy, sore throat feeling, one of the things I do is take some slippery elm. In addition to lozenges, a favorite way to take slippery elm is through teas. There are teas on the market that contain slippery elm and other herbs like marshmallow root that help coat the throat, especially when it's itchy or irritated just before sometimes cold or flu. When someone's brewing a tea made with slippery elm, you have to brew it for a longer period of time than you would a normal tea like peppermint or chamomile. Slippery elm teas should be normally brewed for about 10 or 15 minutes to make sure you get the full value of the tea. After all, you're taking it for some kind of healing benefit. Because there are such issues related to the sustainability of slippery elm, it's often important to look for organically grown slippery elm or organically harvested slippery elm. Organic slippery elm presupposes and guarantees that it's also sustainably harvested.
It sounds like slippery elm has a very interesting history.
That's right, it does. As a matter of fact, when Congress established the U.S. Pharmacopoeia in 1820 to set standards for herbal medicines, slippery elm was one of the first ones to be recognized for its healing properties.
Well, yeah, a lot of singers use it for their throats. It's really good.
Do you think if I used it that I could sing?
Maybe. It's worth a go.